Hi everybody, thank you so much for tuning in. Happy Taco Tuesday Topics, where we talk about being a mom and we ask questions about motherhood. And you guys know the deal. We invited someone special and I would love for her to introduce herself. Tell us a little bit about herself and where she's from.
Okay, so my name is Lynette. I'm from New York. I also lived in Puerto Rico a couple of years, or majority of my life I should say. And I moved to Orlando when I was 19. So I've been here like 26 years.
Wow, that's awesome. Okay. And what made you move here to Florida?
Independence, just trying to be a 19-year-old that I thought was grown.
Yeah, right.
And it was just an opportunity. Actually, at that time, Disney was recruiting people from Puerto Rico to move to Orlando because they were recruiting for jobs.
Right.
And actually, long story short, my best friend was the one that went for the interview. I was just going for moral support.
Wow.
And they hired all of us. Her brother was the driver. I was the moral support. She was the interviewee. And they hired all three of us.
That's hilarious.
I didn't have no resume. I didn't come prepared for an interview, but I got hired. And we all moved to Orlando.
Oh my God, I love that. Wow,
Yeah.
that's a good story.
Yeah.
Thank you for sharing that.
Yeah.
All right, and let's dive into some more questions. All right, so how many children do you have?
I have one son.
One son. How old is he?
20.
20, wow. And how has he shaped your life as being a mom?
Oh, I would say everything.
Yeah.
As a person, as a woman, as a mother, as a daughter, as a sister, as everything is him.
So, when you first became a mom, what surprised you the most when you realized I'm gonna be a mom?
Believe it or not, I was I would say I got pregnant at 25, and I made a comment. I don't know if it was to my sister or a friend that I wanted to have a child, but not that I was planning to have a child because I was single.
Right.
But I was just like, okay, I'm 25. I think I should have a child before I'm 30.
Yeah.
But it wasn't like a plan. It was just that
It was a thought.
It was
just
a thought.
Yeah.
It was a thought. And it was one of those, and I wound up getting pregnant, and so at 25. And then I had my son at 26. I still think I have to be a super mom. From the moment I found out I was pregnant until today, even today, I still feel like I have to be a super mom.
And do you feel like you can do it all?
Believe it or not, I think I don't have a choice at this point because I've always been a single parent, and majority of my family are in New York. I have some in Puerto Rico, very few, like my grandfather, but majority are in New York. So when I moved here with my best friend and her brother.
Yeah.
Then we branched out on our own. And technically, I didn't have no family here in Florida until maybe like 5 years ago when my nephew decided to move with his family here. Okay. So I didn't have a choice because I was in the whole state by myself with my son.
Right.
So I had to be super mom from beginning until now.
So being super mom and you having to do it all, have you stumbled trying to be the perfect mom? Then trying to work a full-time, being in the state without a family. Did you do all of that perfectly?
No, they always say, it takes a village to raise a child. So even though my family's, all my family's in New York, I always had like that support team, like my sister, my brother-in-law, my mom, when she was alive, my sisters. So even though they were from far, they always supported me. So I can't say, I did it on my own.
Right.
It was a teamwork.
Yeah.
And then my son's father's family, they're very good. They've always been there, been very supportive.
Good.
So it's been on both ends.
Good.
So when I say super mom, yes, because obviously he lives with me.
Right.
And I had to do everything, with him, just me and him. But I had a little bit of the support on the back end. So I can't give all credit to myself.
Yes. Yeah. I asked that because our first episode we were asking, can moms do it all? Because, a lot of times we're expected to do it all. be the mom, and work and come back home and cook and clean and make sure they're doing their homework. And sometimes they feel like the burden is on our shoulders to do it all, right? And then it becomes stressful because you can't give your 100% to everything.
Well, my son is 20 now, so I feel like now is when I am all about self-love. Now is when well, I'm in that pre-emptiness because obviously he lives with me.
Yeah.
But he's never home. He's at school. He works 2 jobs. So I have a lot of alone time now.
Yeah.
So now is when I'm investing and pouring into me. Like I'll do a spa day. I do home projects. I think I'm a home decor person all of a sudden. Here and there I'll go out with my friends.
Yes.
I go to church. So now I feel like now that he's an adult, a young adult,
yes,
I have time to pour into me. When he was young, it was all about him. He was in sports. He academically, he was in school doing great. He's always been in some type of sport. So I really was, all my energy was going to practice, going to games, school, church events. So
so now you kept a busy life, mom, right?
Yes. Yes.
Well, that's awesome.
Yeah, and it's good also with friends. When my son was younger, I had a group of friends that were my son's same age. So even when it came to like babysitting, like if one of my friends needed a babysitter, they would stay at my house. If I needed somebody to stay with my son, it was like a teamwork.
Yes.
And now they're all young adults, so now I was like, okay, what do we do now?
Yes, I know, right? Like
on my bucket list, Thailand, cruise, just
awesome.
like me time, more traveling.
Okay.
I like to travel. I like to learn about different cultures, different countries.
Yes.
So yes.
And how has your faith tied into everything? Being a mom, being a single mom, having to do everything on your own.
Well, definitely. I mean, faith is everything. My son, since little, we always went to church. We are prayer warriors. We are faith-based. We are God-fearing. So that's what we know.
Yeah, and the foundation is there, so that you know something.
Well, that's
healthy.
the foundation of everything.
Yeah.
That's the foundation of life. That's like pretty much the pathway to life is having faith in God in your life and even reading the Bible or devotionals, whatever it is that's gonna start your day. Prayer. So yes, I believe that helps get your day going, get your life in a straight path, not a perfect path, but because you always have ups and downs, but just having that foundation is very important, especially with young adults, teenagers. There's a lot of manipulation out there. There's a lot of temptation out there, and it's just a matter of just guiding them. Like they're gonna make mistakes,
of course,
but just having that faith in God.
What's the biggest lesson your children taught you, or your child taught you?
Well, I had it's a funny story. Recently, my son, I said he's 20. He was like, I think we need to have a conversation. And I'm like, okay. And he was like, we need to set boundaries here. And I was like, the mom in me was like, how dare you? Like,
excuse me?
Like, when was the last time I checked you paid bills and you paid rent? But actually, it helped me understand that yes, he is an adult, because as a mom you tend to believe that they're an adult, but they're still my baby. They're still, and you have to also let them fly, not do whatever they want, right, but fly and learn life, right? It's not easy, right? And I think that he felt like I was more like babying him too much, overprotective, overbearing, and at first, of course, it took me back, like, oh my gosh, like, how dare you say your boundaries? Like, but it really helped the perspective of what he was trying to, the message he was trying to convey to me was, I am your child, I respect your decisions, I respect, but Give me the opportunity to also learn on my own. Give me the opportunity to show you I'm more independent. Give me the opportunity to show you that I'm capable of making right decisions because you raised me better. And but the mother in me was like, no, I don't want to let you go. You're still my baby.
Right.
So the message was actually so good that we have such a great, because now I'm mindful of giving him the respect, his space, and setting the boundaries that he asked me. And it wasn't nothing major. He just wanted me to trust him more with his judgment, trust him more with that he was capable of making some decisions on his own. And I had to sit back and respect it. And so, so it gets a little bit different when you have adult children.
Yeah. And thank you for sharing that, because I love that. Because, you know, we think, oh no, you're my child and you do exactly what I say, it's what I say. And there is a boundary. They are their own person. They're their, you know what I mean? Like, you know, yes, we raised them, gave them a home, fed them. But as they get older, yes, there are certain boundaries, absolutely. Because, and you know what, I love that he was mature enough to say, hey mom, you know what, we need to have a sit down and we need to talk about this. Like, because he didn't sit, not all kids do that.
No.
Some just kind of hold it all in and, you know.
Or talk back to you, or you know, he was very, you know, he's very mature. We always
I love that.
We've always had great conversations, communications, but I think that particular conversation made us closer. Made us closer. And now I'm also aware of, like, okay, when I'm overdoing it, if I'm being overly motherly, like sometimes I gotta let him, you know, because that's how we were 19, 20 at one point. And, you know, so we have to sometimes learn things on our own as well. Make mistakes on our own. It's like I'm not gonna be there 24/7 with him to protect me.
Exactly.
So I appreciate. At first, of course, it took me back, but I appreciated the conversation. You know, it's a little bit different. And my sister told me this the older they get, the harder it is. And at first, obviously, he was young. He was, you know, and I'm like, no, it can be harder than this. But to me, this has been my trial time, because he's a young adult. He drives. He has his own car. So now you got to be worried about, oh, is he speeding? Does he have a seatbelt on? No car accidents. It's like, so as much as we've been like, oh my gosh, you know, the older they get, it's going to be easier. I feel like this has been more challenging than when he was younger. Because when they're younger, you kind of still have somewhat of control, right? You have more of a say. You have more of they're home because they're with you. They're not driving yet. But the minute they start driving, the minute they start having their own, you know, family or their own
lives, you know,
friends, and mom, I'm gonna go here, I'm gonna go there, and you're like, oh my gosh. And so this has been more challenging than when. Not that he was a bad kid, because he was always a great kid, but I feel like having him as an adult has been more challenging for me. Than as a young 4-year-old or a teenager. Now has been harder for me.
And thank you for your perspective.
I was, you know, because in Florida you need to know how to drive. You need a car, you need to know how to drive.
Absolutely.
So I wanted him to learn early to drive, just because, you know, I wanted him to be, but once he got his own car and he started driving to his job and to school, and then, oh mom, I'm gonna go hang out, and then you'd be worried about, oh my gosh, is he speeding? Oh my God. It's so many things that you think in the scenario of what ifs, right? And it's not there, but it's like, what if? So
every mom knows those what if moments.
So other than that, you know, again, he's been an amazing kid. I've been blessed to have, I only have one, but I've been blessed to have since newborn. He was a great kid and a great baby.
I love that.
And then throughout the years, 4 years old, you have a 4-year-old, right? And you have
a 14-year-old.
And a 14. Throughout all those years, he's made my, believe it or not, even though I've been a single parent, he's made my job easier.
That's awesome. And you know, I can relate. My oldest, he's like that. Oh my God, you know, we always say God blessed us with him.
Yes.
Like God, you know, because I can relate to that.
Don't be so hard on yourself. Just take it little by little, because sometimes we have these high expectations. We don't want to fail as a parent.
Right.
We don't want to. We want to be this perfect parent. There's no such thing as a perfect parent, right? So I think it's just take it one day at a time. Every time you feel like you are overwhelmed, being a parent, pray. Ask God to, you know, guide your path as a parent. You know, even because as parents we make mistakes as well.
Of course.
So it's not only the child that makes
That's
mistakes.
right.
You know, parents make mistakes
Yes.
too. So
Yes.
just asking God to guide you, make decisions that are right for not only for your kid but for yourself.
Yes.
As a parent.
Yes.
So yeah.
Thank you. Now, let's just ask some fun questions as a mom. Do you prefer coffee or energy drinks?
Coffee.
Coffee. Have a funny mom moment that you can think about?
Well, like I said, I think that when he was trying to check me and tell me we had to set boundaries, I was like, the nerve.
That's a good one.
Yeah, maybe I need to start charging you for rent. So we can all set boundaries here. You set boundaries, I set boundaries. You pay bills, I pay
Oh my
bills.
God, I love it. Yeah,
So
that was good.
that one was a great one.
That's good.
I had to laugh at that one, but yeah,
That's good.
Yeah.
All right, we're to our very last question. Now, here at Open Book Identity, we believe everyone has a story. So looking back at your motherhood journey, what chapter has shaped you the most and why?
This chapter. This chapter. Now I compare back in the days and I used to be like, oh my gosh, it used to be so hard. No, this is hard. Having young adults, children is hard. Because you can't control those. Yeah, this chapter has been the most challenging.
That's hilarious. Well, you guys, you heard it here at Open Book Identity. There is no script to being a parent. We just go with the flow, one day at a time, do our very best to raise them the best way that we can.
Yes.
And then when it's time to let them go, we still watch in a little corner, like behind, you know, but.
And it doesn't matter what's their age.
Exactly.
Show them love,
Yes.
show them respect, respect their boundaries. And
I love that.
And being a parent is the best thing that in my life that's the best title I've had.
Yes.
Being a mom has been the best title for me,
I agree.
and it has molded me and shaped me to who I am as, like I said, as everything in all aspects.
Yes. Thank you so much for telling us your story. Thank you so much for joining us, Lynette. We're so excited that you were here and
Thank you
just
for inviting me.
talking about mom and how life is with our children. And if you've been watching to this point, happy Taco Tuesday Topics, where we talk about our children, our life, and just what it is to be a mom. Until next time, you guys. Bye.
Bye.
And remember, don't just live life, interpret life. Bye, guys.